Hey guys, today we're trying the Kimchi Undercover Hoe Concealer in the shade Medium. I start with doing my day-to-day makeup with my regular concealer under the eyes and on my nose and on some blemishes just to kind of make sure it's a perfect looking base. Of course, then we're going to blend it out with a beauty blender and make sure everything's in its own little place and nothing is too cakey. I've been having some acne lately, so I'm also trying to cover those up while covering everything else. Now to the actual concealer. It's got 6 shades, which is really nice if you need to blend them for the perfect match. I usually have to go with more of the mediums because I'm an olive undertone. It works really well as a semi to full coverage concealer. It works really well for the under eyes and dark spots and blemishes. And you can build on it, which is really cool because if you have some blemishes that are too dark or acne spots, you can actually go over it multiple times. I also really like the Kimchi concealer because it's dewy. It's not very dry, it doesn't make you look cakey, it ends up giving you a good base. Now we move on to contour. I do use a bronzer for my contour just because I prefer warmer tones, but then I do go in and use a brush. I usually use it for eyeshadow, but I've started to use it for nose contour. I used to use the double-sided shape stick contour for my contour on my nose and my cheeks and also to brighten them, but I've preferred a powder because it's a little bit more malleable. That is the double-sided stick. It actually does have contour and a highlighter part. I usually just use the highlighter for making my nose bridge look a little bit smaller and giving that little light to make it look completely different and more natural. Now this blush is one of my favorites, and it's a mousse blush, so it's very matte. It's a cream, and so you can rub it on your finger and you can put it all over wherever you want it. It actually is a little to a lot, so even if you have a very small amount on your finger, it will go a long way. Then I go into my Milk Makeup highlighter. It's very creamy, it's very nice, very thick, has a lot of shine to it. Now this mascara I really like. It's a tubing mascara, so it's kind of technically waterproof a little bit. It's not going to smear. It'll just come off in clumps, so it's pretty easy to take off at the end of the day. Then I go in with my gel lip liner. I just put it at the bottom and the top and I blend it out to give it more of a soft pillow lip look. I really like that part, and I add some shading in there. Make it a little bit thicker, a little bit more dimensional looking because I don't really have the biggest lips. Now I'm going in with a double-sided eyeliner. It is a pen, so it's very easy to kind of guide along. I don't really like the brushes that much because of how thin they can get and how thick they can get depending if you take care of them a lot. But with this one, I'm able to be more accurate and have both of them look more the same. Now what's cool about this eyeliner pen is that it does have another side. It actually acts like a stamp and it has a little flower. I do have a few other ones that have like stars or a crescent on them. You can easily get them off of Amazon. They're not hard to find, they're pretty cheap, but they actually do end up sticking very well. They last just as long as the regular eyeliner pen. Now it's time for lashes, and trust me, lashes kind of make or break your entire makeup look. I used to not really use lashes that much because I usually preferred regular mascara and I never really curled my lashes. It's not very extensive in the makeup era, but as you can see, it gives my eye a completely different shape, a little bit more of a cat eye whenever I put the lashes on the one side because it makes your eye line thicker, and so it looks a little bit more like you have what they call bedroom eyes. That's all for my little slight makeup tutorial and little review of the concealer. As you can see, the base is still pretty smooth. It's good dewy, it's very soft. And I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Here is a small video of my roommate's cat.